ഇത് ട്രയലാണോ?
Hello everyone, a warm good evening. Welcome to the national webinar hosted by Diksha Classroom. This is Arshia. So as of Diksha is an exclusive online platform for NET or JRF coaching. And it's been around 1.5 years. Diksha is very active among NET or JRF aspirants. And the happiest thing is that when the 2020 NTA result was out, Diksha marked its pace with 16 JRF and 16 NET holders in different subjects. And here in this webinar, Diksha is expecting to give you a general orientation on paper 1, especially on NTA NET exam, the preparation strategies, a syllabus overview, and some useful tips and guidelines to crack NET or JRF. For that, we have two experts from India's leading virtual space, Mr. Anis bin Maimuna and Ms. Hiba Ashraf. And firstly, let me introduce Mr. Anis bin Maimuna. He is the founder of Diksha Classroom, and he qualified JRF in psychology in 2018, and he also qualified NET in various subjects like comparative religion, public administration, and tourism. And for Hiba Ashraf, she is the co-founder of Diksha Classroom, and she has qualified JRF in 2020 in psychology. And let's move on to the session. Hope it will be very much useful and informative for you. And if you have any doubts regarding NTA NET exam, you can text it in the Q&A session. And that's all. And let me invite Mr. Anis bin Maimuna for handling this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashia. I hope I am audible to all. So thank you. So as Ashia has told, Diksha is one among the best, or Diksha is focused on providing UGC NTA NET, JRF preparation strategies or coaching, online coaching, etc. So the basic aim of this webinar is to give some idea regarding from where you have to start your preparation. Also, just to clarify some of the most common doubts that are being asked by many of our students who are starting their preparation. So basically, the webinar, as Ashia told, the webinar will be planned. Initially, I will be giving some introductory aspect regarding UGC and NET. I know most of you are known regarding those aspects, and you will be having clear idea regarding how the exam is happening and the syllabus and all other things. But for our webinar, there are some freshers, just first some graduates and first some postgraduate students also. So I will be just giving an idea regarding what is UGC and NET, what is the significance of UGC and NET in your academic life. After that, Hiba Ashraf, this year JRF holder, will be sharing her preparation strategy. And finally, we'll be giving an idea regarding how Diksha works. This will be the way in which this particular webinar on UGC NTA NET JRF preparation will be working on. So in between, if you have any doubts regarding any aspect regarding UGC NTA NET, any doubts regarding how to prepare, or some general doubts regarding the qualification, minimum cutoff marks, etc., you can ask it in the Q&A icon that you can watch on your Zoom, so that we'll be answering that question one by one. And the question and answer session will be in the end. You can ask question at any time. If that question is similar to or related to the topic that we'll be already discussing, we'll be clarifying the doubt at the same time. Instead, if it's from a different topic, okay, but related to NTA NET, we will be clarifying that doubts in the final aspect of the session. So firstly, let me tell you, especially for the freshers, what is the significance of UGC NTA NET. I hope you will be knowing the difference between UGC NET and CSIR NET. The NTA is a body, it's authorized to, or that will be conducting the NET exam. So for graduation, we have basically two type of subjects. We have the arts subjects and we have the science subject. Art subject will be including the humanities, social science subjects, etc. So CSIR is deal with, or CSIR usually conducts or decides upon the syllabus and other things related to the science subjects like chemistry, biology, mathematics, statistics, etc. But when it comes to UGC, UGC controls the syllabus, or it conducts the exams, all topic exam from the arts, social science and humanities field. That means it's conducting NET exam for 81 plus subjects. So arts subject is being conducted by UGC, and CSCR decides upon the science subjects. So the basic purpose why UGC NET is significant in a student's or in a person's academic life is depends upon what you aims or what are your career ambitions in your future academic life. You will be knowing NET exam is a minimum qualification for becoming an assistant professor throughout India, which means if your dream is to be a college teacher, okay, or a college lecturer in your future life, qualifying NET is a compulsory one. Okay, regarding JRF and PhD, I will be talking later, but instead, if you dream or in your career life, in your academic life, you have a future plan to be a college teacher, or you dream about becoming a college teacher, then definitely you have to qualify UGC NET exam. UGC NET is the minimum qualification required for being a college lecturer. So for becoming an assistant professor. So at the same time, if you are aiming at some government college jobs, you want to write a representative or a respective state service examination for government jobs like college 8 exam. For that, you need UGC NET as a qualification, which means if you are going to write a government exam for being a teacher or assistant professor in a college, you should have the initial minimum qualification of UGC NET. So that's a basic importance or the significant aspect related to UGC NET, which means assistant professor. If your career dream is an assistant professor, qualifying UGC NET is very important. And the second aspect, okay, importance of UGC NET, we have a lot of significance. For example, many of the public sector enterprises or many of the government field bodies are giving special opportunities for special employment opportunities for NET holders. While they're calling for some post, they prescribe NET as the qualification. So that is a government sector job opportunity also you will get by qualifying UGC NET. Along with that, if you are in many of the states or in many of the colleges, if you are already working as a guest lecturer or temporary lecturer, most of the colleges or universities make a small increase in the hike in your remuneration or salary once you become a NET qualified, which means in your academic life, being a teacher, being an assistant professor, being a NET qualified gives you a lot of opportunities. So there's a first important aspect regarding NET. I hope you will be knowing every aspect related with this. That's the reason why I'm not describing it much. Secondly, what's the significance of JRF? I hope you will be knowing that from 2021 onwards within India, or from next year onwards within India, so as to be a professor, so as to be a lecturer in the universities, being a PhD graduate or being a PhD or having a PhD is compulsory, which means you should have a doctorate degree to become okay, a future professor in any universities across India from the next year onwards. And it's expected that by 4 or 5 years after, uh, sometime, or by 4 or 5 or 10 years after, PhD or doctorate may be a compulsory aspect, even becoming an assistant professor in college also. So it's very important, if your career expansion or if your career dream is to be a best assistant professor and further upwards, it's very important you have a PhD degree, you have a PhD, or you have a doctorate. For that, you will be knowing that JRF is not compulsory to get doctorate. It's all about junior research fellowship. It's all about fellowship. You will be getting a fellowship. But the importance aspect is that, as I told you, the government is making a PhD a compulsory in universities in the upcoming years. And so there is a increased competition for PhD. Many of the net holders, many of the postgraduate holders are now preferring PhD more than ever, which means there is an increased competition in getting an admission to PhD, especially in any of the prestigious institute in our country. So that's a place where JRF play a significant role, which means JRF gives you a special fellowship. And many of the colleges and institutions have a special JRF quota during the PhD admission. Also, in most of the colleges and universities across India, for PhD, you will be knowing that there is a PhD entrance exam like CET exam, common entrance exam, etc. But if you are a JRF holder, okay, if you are a JRF qualified one, there will not be any entrance test. You can directly attend the interview for that particular PhD post. So that's a important significance, or that's a significance of JRF, which means if you are a JRF holder, there is a greater chance of, okay, there is a greater chance of getting selected for the PhD. There is a greater chance of doing PhD in your academic life, which means if you have a PhD in your academic life, there is a greater chance of your career or academic expansion in your future life. So that's the importance of JRF. Along with that, I hope you will be knowing JRF is Junior Research Fellowship. You will be getting a fellowship amount for 5 years of this PhD life if you get a JRF. And also it's a very huge amount, around 20 plus lakh will be you will get a fellowship of 20 plus lakh amount within by 5 years of doing your PhD. So in that way also, that means the academic scope, the chance of getting better PhD, the increased chance of getting admission to a college or university PhD, also a huge amount of fellowship makes JRF a very important aspect in the student life of most of the postgraduates, or most of our friends. So that's a significance of JRF, and I hope you are clear regarding the significance of NET and significance of JRF, and most of you will be already knowing that. And the next important aspect, I will be clarifying some common doubts, especially asked by freshers when you have to write, and what's the duration of the JRF, etc. After that, we'll be moving to the most important aspect, that is a preparation aspect. Okay, and Hiba will be sharing her preparation experience also. So I will be discussing upon some of the common question. And the first important question most of the our friends are asking is that whether they can write the exam in the post-graduation first sem, PG first sem, or second sem, or is it compulsory you have to complete the first year, or is it compulsory you should be in the final sem? Regarding that, the UGC rule is clear, or it's simple. You have to complete your if you qualify an NET exam, you have to complete your PG within 2 years from the declaration of the result, which means suppose the next exam, NET exam, which is supposed to be in 2021 June, the result of that exam will be declared in, suppose imagine in 2021 July 15. So if you complete your PG by 2 years from 2021 July 15, which means by 2023 July 15, your NET will be valid. So you can easily write NET exam from the first semester of your graduation, because after the declaration of NET result, you have 2 years to complete your post-graduation. So which means you can write NET exam in any stage of your post-graduation life. It's not compulsory that you have to reach the second sum or you have to reach the third semester of your post-graduation. So the rule is simple. From the date of the declaration of results, you have to complete post-graduation within 2 years. So that's it. And the another important doubt is regarding what is a tenure or what is duration of JRF. Okay, or some students fear that if they qualify within the first sum or the second sum, will they get a chance to enroll in PhD under the same JRF fellowship? Yes, it's possible, because JRF fellowship is 3 years, which means if you get JRF from your first semester or second semester, you have 3 years to join the PhD. If the rule is you have to join PhD within 3 years. Okay, within 3 years. So you have 3 years to join PhD, which means you have plenty of time, or you have enough time. There will not be any time related issue. Definitely there will be some changes regarding this COVID aspect, and because many of the academic aspect have been extended, but generally you have 2 years to complete your PG, and you have 3 years to complete, or 3 years to enroll to PhD under a particular JRF scheme. So there will not be any much time related issue, and there is no regarding the qualification and mark and cutoff. Also many of our friends are usually asking some question. I hope you will be knowing the pattern of the exam. We have the paper 1 and we have the paper 2. Okay, paper 1 you have 50 question with a general paper for all the students for all subjects, and paper 2 you have a subject paper. If you are commerce, paper 2 will be commerce with 100 questions. Okay, so there is no individual cutoff. There is no individual cutoff, and there is only combined cutoff, which means you should have a minimum 40% mark combined in paper 1 and paper 2 for general category, and for most of the reserved category it's around 35 percentage. So it doesn't matter if you are very weak in paper 1 or if you are weak in paper 2, you still have a chance to qualify, because cutoff is combined, but you should be very strong in the other subject. And it's important in NET only. If your aim is to qualify JRF, you should be strong in both paper 1 and paper 2. So these are the some of the important questions that are being asked by many of our friends. Then somebody is asking regarding the cutoff for commerce. Okay, cutoff for JRF for commerce. So all the subjects have different cutoff. Okay, it vary from your subject to subject. For example, cutoff is different for commerce, cutoff is different for economics. Also it varies depending upon your category. There is a different cutoff for general category, EWS category, OBC, SC, ST, and different categories. So you will be having you have the document that's officially released by NTA NET. We'll be posting that document in the WhatsApp group, for which you have been already added to give you the information regarding that webinar. I can't say a particular subject cutoff, because it depends upon the subject as well as to which category you belong. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, we'll be moving to next aspect. So these are the some of the doubts that are asked by some of our friends. So okay, so there is no specific pattern change. Okay, there is no specific pattern change in the exams. Instead, there is a change in the pattern of the questions. Actually, the last pattern change, last syllabus change was happened in 2019 January. Last syllabus change. Before that, okay, from 2018 July onwards, there was two question papers. There was a shift in the pattern. Before there were one paper, that is general paper, and two subject papers. We have paper 2 and paper 3. But from 2018 July onwards, I think there is only two papers, one paper 1 and paper 2. Then from 2019 January onwards, there was a syllabus change. And comparing or analyzing the latest exam, that is 2020 September exam, that was 2020 June exam that took place in September, October, November, there is no specific difference in the exam pattern. Instead, there is a difference in the pattern of the question that's being asked, and it varies from subject to subject. There is a difference in the questions of paper 1. There is a difference in the pattern of the questions of psychology, English, Arabic, and different subjects. So we can't say generally there is a holistic shift in the pattern. There is no such shift. There is only shift in the pattern of the questions that are being asked in different exam. Okay, so yeah, regarding the preparation, for somebody is asking regarding how to prepare for paper one. Regarding the preparation, just after I will be talking, Hiba will be discussing her preparation strategy. After that, I will be elaborating on that, how you can make it practicable. So regarding preparation, we'll be discussing later. And cutoff regarding political science or any subject, I told you it varies from subject to subject. We'll be posting the document that has the cutoff of all the subjects in all categories. Okay, so what's paper one about? Okay, paper one, I will be discussing. Paper one is a general paper, which means it have around 10 major topics like teaching aptitude, research aptitude, communication, mathematical reasoning, logical reasoning, reading comprehension. We have information ICT or information communication and technology, people development and environment. We have higher education system, etc. So 10 major topics are there. There are the general topics. Okay, usually we say it as GK or general knowledge topics or general awareness topic that comes under paper one. We'll be also posting the syllabus of the paper one in our WhatsApp group. So this is all. This is what I have to say regarding some basic aspects regarding the exam, the significance of the exam, the importance of NET, the importance of JRF, also some common questions like from which stage onwards you can attempt the exam, and also what's the tenure of the JRF, etc. Further things I will be explaining. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the Q&A session. I will be explaining later. And we will be moving on to the most important aspect of any competitive examination, that is preparing for an exam. Okay, preparing for an exam, especially as per the recent trends. Okay, not the entire shift in the exam, as per the recent trends. So Hiba Ashraf will be explaining or sharing her preparation experience. After that, I will be elaborating on that, how you can make it pragmatic aspect. So I will be now I will be inviting Hiba Ashraf to share her preparation strategy or her preparation experience. Hiba qualified JRF in the latest exam, that is a 2020 June exam. The result was declared 2 weeks ago. So, okay, Hiba, you can share your preparation experience.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, I hope my voice is audible for you.
Can you make it a little louder?
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm Hiba Ashraf. Is it audible, sir?
Yes, it's audible now.
Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you so much, Ani sir. I'm really grateful to be a part of this webinar. And everyone, I have qualified JRF in psychology in the 2020 examination, the last one. My paper 2 is psychology. This is my 5th try in NET exam. I have already qualified NET for lectureship 4 times before in the previous examinations. And I did miss JRF by 2 points in the second last examination. So this one was the continuous 5th try. Okay. So Ani sir already discussed the importance of having NET and JRF in the higher education and gave the overall and basic structure of the NET exam, how NET exam works. Okay. So I'll not be going to discuss about it further. I think I should share some preparation strategies that I have used this time, but not in the previous examinations. I have listed out 6 major things here that were a core part during my preparation. I thought I should share with you all. And I genuinely think these are the methods which helped me crack JRF this time. I know all of us are unique. All of us study differently. We all have different learning style. We all have different preparation strategies, different level of hard work. So every one of us is unique in the way of preparing, the way of learning, the way of studying, right? So learning as a total is unique. I know that. Anyway, I thought I should share some strategies which I found useful and maybe useful to at least some of you. So yeah, going directly into the 6 things, not wasting any time here. The very first thing I thought I should share with you is about the difference between this time examination and the previous ones. Okay. I already told you that this is my continuous 5th try. So there were some differences I made in my preparation, unlike the previous ones. There were lots of changes in the way I prepared for the, this time when compared to the previous ones. I believe lack of consistent preparation was the reason for not cracking JRF before. And I've already pledged to study hard for the 2020 examination. I have this in my mind, that is, I should crack NET and JRF this time. It was a really important thing in my life period, so I was pledged to study hard for this exam. But due to COVID situation and all, I was expecting the exam in December month, so I thought I have enough time to start my preparation. And I was so easy about it. I was so, comfortable about it. I was not at all confused. But out of a sudden in August, NTA announced the exam date to be conducted on September 16. And I was so shocked. That was really unexpected. And all my motivation went low. Just 26 days left for the exam. 10 modules in paper 1, 10 modules in paper 2. So total 20 modules, and what I have is 26 days in my hand. That is not at all enough for me. I was so confused about how and when to start my preparation. Will I get enough time to cover all the topics in both these papers? 20 modules, it's a very large thing. So many questions in my head. I was so confused. Then I thought, what about others? Mostly everyone was expecting the exam in December due to the COVID condition. And this notice by NTA will, definitely make all of them confused, just like I did. So everyone got these 26 days and 20 modules with them. So I should not back off. That thought was struck in my mind, philosophically saying. That thought was the fuel for my preparation, further preparations. So on the next day itself, I made a time planner for my preparation. I have listed out my weak and strong areas for both paper 1 and paper 2. So based on the list of weak and strong areas of both these areas, I made a time schedule for each day in such a manner that I'll be covering a weak area and a strong area per day. Okay. And I made sure that I have covered and studied a paper 1 module and a paper 2 module daily. There is a reason behind choosing such a pattern. One mistake I did in the previous examinations was I focused on either paper 1 or paper 2, which I thought need more focus. But I found out that both these papers are really important during our preparation. Focusing on either of these paper 1 will not help you. So we have to make sure that we cover both these papers, paper 1 and paper 2, on a regular basis. It's an essential part in our preparation. So I just did it like that. I have given importance for both these papers. So I covered both content from both paper 1 and paper 2 daily. And I also drew a table in my notebook for both papers with 3 points in it: content, previous year questions, and revision. I'll tell you how I did that. I have listed out the modules of paper 1 by 1 in a table. And the next 3 columns I have written like, content, previous year questions, and revision, 3 points in it. Then I've listed out the modules in paper 2 1 by 1, and with these 3 points, content, previous year question, and revision. So what I did was, whenever I finish each module, I made sure that these 3 columns are completed, which is, I have covered full content of this module, I have done previous year question of this particular module, and I have revised this module several times. So I made sure I did tick these columns of each module. So it helped me a lot because I could keep in track of my preparation, which was really helpful. So yeah, it was really helpful. I think you should try this one. You can always keep in track of your preparation, which is a really essential part in your preparation. How much you're covered, how much yet to cover. So you'll be aware of all those things. Okay. Yeah, so these are the major differences I made in how my preparation strategy changed when compared to the previous examination. These are the primary differences I made. Now, the second thing I thought I should share with you is about the mind maps. I made mind maps for all modules in my paper 2 subject, in psychology subject. I sincerely believe this one made my learning much more simple because I hope you know what mind maps are. A kind of short note but much more simpler with importance points in it, where you can read out, where you can study things that you have already studied in a simpler manner. Okay. You can make an use of digital mind map also, not necessarily, no, I'm sorry, not necessarily to use paper mind maps. But for me, I am a book paper pen person when it comes to studying. So I have used chart papers to make mind maps. So what I did was, whenever I read the content of a module, whenever I study a particular module, I made mind maps for the same module at the same time of reading it, by including all the important points of the module. I have used several highlighters also to mark important terms in the mind maps. Then I directly stick these mind maps of each module directly into the wall of my study hall. And it was really helpful. I did drawing it daily. And yeah, it was really helpful because whenever I need to revise an already studied module, I didn't have to go through the entire content, entire material, entire textbooks and all, which will be really time consuming to go through the study materials. So that was a really time consuming one. Instead, I checked my mind map charts, which is a simpler representation, a simpler nutshell of all important points that I have already studied. So it was not at all time consuming. It was very simple to revise things using mind maps. And another thing I found out about mind map is that it really improves our memory. With all that colors and pictorial representations in it, we can easily remember the content. So it improves our memory, and it will help us revise what we have already studied in a simpler manner. Okay, it was a core part in my preparation. I hope this one will help you a lot using mind maps. And I'll be very glad if you could try this one. Just try this one in your next preparation. So that's all about the mind maps. Then the third major thing I thought I should share with you about my preparation is the revision I did. Talking about revision, revision was not a new thing for me. I mean, I always revise what I studied on a regular basis. It can be semester exam, unit test, any competitive examination like NET exam, whatever it is. I always revise what I studied. That is how I keep in touch with the subject. So revision is an important thing during my preparation, whatever the exam is. The only difference I made this time in the NET exam was revising using mind maps and something I called mixed revision. I already told you that I sticked all mind maps in my room. So literally, I woke up and went bed with my wall full of mind maps in it. So before I sit for my morning shift of preparation, I did revise the first round of mind maps, and at night revise the second set. And I also let my family, especially my husband, to ask questions from the mind maps, and it was really funny. Helpful. Sure, I have gone through the mind maps of my subject paper and my short note on paper one module also. So the revision was a mixture of both paper one and paper two. My revision was not focused on either or a single paper. I did revise both of these papers, paper one and paper two, daily. So that is what I meant by mixed revision. You have to give importance for both these papers. Don't focus on either of these papers. Both of these papers are important. So keep in touch with both these papers during your preparation. Yeah, that's all about the revision aspect. And the next thing I thought I should share with you is about my notebook diary and use of previous year question papers, previous year questions. I maintained a diary as my notebook for the last 2 years for NET preparation. I hope all of you have that single notebook for you for each exam. I hope so. What I did was, I have solved a minimum of 5-year previous year question papers from both paper one and paper two. Whenever I came through an unfamiliar concept while solving a previous year question, it could be be a term in the question, or it could be a term in the option of the question. I noted it down and later made very brief notes on those concepts. Likewise, my diary, my notebook contained hundreds of unfamiliar concepts. And I used to revise these my notebook, part by part every 4 to 5, 6 days. This is how I made use of previous year questions in my preparation. And it also helped me a lot because, up to a limit, I could predict the pattern of question from most of the modules in paper 1. And there were also some repeated questions in paper 1. But when it comes to paper 2, we cannot expect that much repeated question. But we could certainly cover all possible concepts they could ask in the examination. So I would say practicing with previous year question helped me a lot. So try solving previous year questions. It will definitely help you a lot to smoothen your preparation. Okay, so try solving previous year questions of both paper 1 and paper 2. Okay, so that's about the notebook and previous year question use. Then the fifth thing I thought I should share with you is about the books I referred during my preparation. I made 3 major references. I had to point out 3 major references. First one is the book that helped me to prepare for my psychology, my paper 2 subject, which is GRE psychology. GRE psychology for paper 2 is really helpful. I hope you know what GRE psychology is. GRE psychology textbook is a very comprehensive textbook of psychology with crisp and clear contents in it. They have these modules which are really important for NET exam also. So those crisp and clear content and practice question with explanation was really helpful for me in my preparation for my paper 2 subject psychology. So try referring GRE psychology if you think that's okay for you. Then the second one is Diksha materials, of course. Diksha materials for paper 1 and psychology was really helpful. I didn't waste any time to search for any study materials for my preparation because all the materials were there in Diksha. Diksha provided all the materials, all the needed materials for my preparation. Especially for paper 1, I didn't even refer any extra books. All I had is Diksha materials, and that was well enough for my preparation, and it helped me a lot in my examination. So Diksha material played a very important role in my JRF, I would say. Then the third one is that previous year question. I've already discussed this when I was talking about notebook, diary and all. But how I did this previous year question was a bit different. I was not focusing on any ebook to solve previous year question. What I made use is the previous year question course provided by Diksha. In Diksha's live course, we have this previous year question course, and it was really helpful because previous year questions, it's really important to solve previous year question. And in Diksha's course, previous year questions are in the form of examination. So if you are trying to solve previous year questions, it will be in a test format. So it will be exactly like you're attending the previous year examination. That was really helpful. And all the questions were with explanation, and yeah, it made my whole preparation a lot more easier. So previous year question course was a very core part in my study. So these are the 3 major references I made during my preparation. Repeating it once more, if you guys have missed it, GRE psychology for my paper 2, then Diksha materials for both paper 1 and my subject paper, then Diksha previous year question course, which provided all the important previous year questions with explanation for each question. Yeah, these are the first 5 major preparation strategies that I've used that I thought to share with you all. Now, the last but not the least, about the leisure time. I think it's really important. I thought about, whether to share this or not, but then I thought, yeah, it is really important to share this also. Even if I was studying consistently for 1 month, I took several time off a day to do other things also. I went out with friends, spent time with my family, watched movies, read novels. More importantly, I slept well every night. So no overtime studying, no burdening. So that burden was not there during my preparation. In total, my preparation period was so peaceful and self-encouraging because I didn't burden myself. I didn't force myself to study. So I hope you take enough time for your psychological wellness also during your preparation, because I believe it can do wonder in the day of exam. So take some time off from studying. Okay. So yeah, these are the things I thought I should share with you. And I hope it would be helpful for at least some of you. I really hope that. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. And wishing you all the best for the next NET exam. Yeah, sir, that's all about my preparation strategies.
Okay, thank you, Hiba. So let's look for any other questions there that have to be answered by you. Yeah. Some there are some general questions, so we'll be answering those questions in the final aspect of the session. Okay, so because regarding how to prepare, etc. So Hiba, thank you, Hiba. Hiba has given you an idea regarding how she is prepared. At the same time, Hiba also told that we all are different, everyone will be having different strategies, so you can get a guidance or you can inspire from the preparation strategy of the winners, and you have to remodify it as per your convenience. So I will be just revising the different strategies that Hiba as of now shared with you. What are the different preparation strategies, how you have to prepare for this particular exam. Okay, let's try to understand. Yeah. So if we just try to understand what are the strategies of preparing for NET exam, or the important aspect, as Hiba told, is that you should be thorough with the syllabus. Okay, you should be thorough with the syllabus. You should be comfortable with your syllabus. That's a first thing that Hiba was stressing on. Then previous question, the importance of previous question was also detailedly explained by her. Then regarding the mock test and using the digital methods, you have to use the digital methods maximum, or you have to depend upon digital media in this existing situation. Okay, so these are the things, and practicing maximum time. And also there's some question regarding time management, other things. Definitely will be answering all your questions, okay, regarding time management, etc. In the final aspect. Okay, we'll be discussing or answering those one. So I will just briefly revising the strategies that Hiba has already told, because many of you have asked in the Q&A session. One of the most important aspect is that, okay, how to prepare for paper one, what's the prepare validity, etc. Okay, prepare materials, books, etc. So these are the points I will be saying. These are the points you should give special priority while preparation. You should make sure that you are covering whole syllabus. You should give enough importance for previous question, and you have a self analysis. You should do maximum number of mock tests, as well as it will be better if you can do maximum practice questions. So that's the first important aspect. So syllabus, covering the syllabus, it's very important. Especially it's very important in our paper one, because in paper one we have 10 different topics. We have topics like ICT, environmental sciences, as well as we have higher education, etc. Those itself are different paper two subjects, which means if you are referring some Google sources, or if you are referring some internet sources or some books to study about environment, it will be very difficult to complete whole topics. So the most important aspect, okay, the most important aspect that you should give special priority is covering the syllabus. You should give special priority for syllabus. You should make sure that you are covering all the subtopics coming under different major topics in our syllabus. So this is the first aspect Hiba was mentioning. Then Hiba also mentioned about the importance of previous questions. Previous question regarding what's the significance of previous question. Previous question is very important, especially regarding to know the pattern of the question that are being asked. Okay, pattern of the question that are being asked, it's very important regarding the previous question. Next we have, as she has told, being digital. Okay, using maximum digital resources, it's very important. Then knowing your weak areas is also important. Okay, knowing your weak areas, because first of all, it's a competitive examination. There are different topics, especially in the paper one you have around 10 different topics. So before going into in depth of the syllabus, before making sure you are doing a serious preparation, it's very important you know which are your weak areas. Then only it will be possible for you to focus on your weak areas. So some of you will be asking, or some of you will be having a doubt how to know your weak areas. It's simple. Try to do 3 to 5 previous question papers of paper one, and focus on the mistakes. I hope you will be knowing that there are 10 different topics in our exams, in our paper one syllabus. So now you have to calculate the number of mistakes that you have done in different topics. After that, you will be having a clear idea regarding which are your weak topics. Okay, which are your weak topics, which are the areas you have to focus on. Then you have to work on those topics. Okay, so that's it. Regarding how to knowing your weak areas. Then we have another important aspect. You have to analyze yourself always. There should be a self-analysis in any competitive examination. It's very important that you are analyzing yourself all the time. Is your preparation is going in the same way? Whether there is a need of improvement in the preparation strategy, whether there is a need of change in the preparation strategy, because it's very important. It's very important. So asking the question or self-analysis is a very important aspect regarding this one. So how you can now I will be discussing how you can practically implement these aspects. That is doing the making sure you are covering the complete syllabus, making sure you are doing maximum previous question, and also a self-analysis, mock test being digital. All this aspect now I will be explaining in a practical aspect. Before that, if you have any doubts, I will be clarifying those. Can I know about the GRE psychology book publisher? GRE is a Kaplan is a publisher. Yeah, then how to prepare paper one, we'll be discussing that. Preparation, as Hiba told, important aspect is completely covering the syllabus, doing maximum previous question, if possible using a mind map to the maximum extent, revising enough number of times, then doing maximum mock tracks, practicing. Is JRF valid to do PhD in institute like IITs? Yes, JRF is valid. Is it necessary to score separately in paper 1 and paper 2 with 40% each? It's not necessary. It was before. Before there was such a condition, you should have an individual cutoff. But as of now, there is no such cutoff. You have only combined cutoff. Yeah. Can MA distance student of IGNOU valid go for? Yeah, you can do. Okay. The only condition to get JRF or attend NET exam and get valid is that you will be doing a regular or a distant degree from any UGC recognized universities. That's only. There is no negative mark for UGC NET exam. Yeah. So, okay, what will be your contribution towards aspirant to crack the coming NET exam? I think they are asking regarding what is Diksha is doing through our courses, etc. So next, as next aspect, I will be discussing upon those things. Yeah, yeah. If you have any more doubts. It's a cutoff percentage basis, or yeah, it's a cutoff percentage is based on it's based on the mark in the subjects in which you have only one shift of exam. But when it comes to subjects like English, Hindi, and commerce, these are the subject I think in which there were 2 shift of exams. So in 2 shift of exam, they have used the concept of percentile system. Percentile system means the topper will be considered as 100, which means in the percentile system, if your percentile is 80 percentile, it means you have a mark more than 80% of the student attended the exam. It doesn't mean that you have a mark of 80 in the 100. Percentile 80 means you have a mark that is more than 80% of the student who has attended. Okay, it's not the same as the percentage. There's a reason why many of our friends after the result who attended the subjects commerce, English and Hindi asked me why the cutoff is such high in English. It's 99 percentile, it's 95 percentile. Percentile means you have a mark higher than that much percentage of the students. Yeah, so this percentile issue will be there, or the percentile system will be followed in only those subjects in which there will be two shift of exam. So there is English, there is commerce and Hindi in the last shift. That's the reason why you will not be having a clear idea regarding your mark and the cutoff. Currently, I'm the student of PG Psychology final semester. What's the time strategy to crack the exam? Okay, there is no particular time strategy. I mean, there is no particular time you can start. The best time is you can start now. Okay, you can start now. You are in the final semester. You can seriously prepare. There is around 6 months for the next exam, which is expected to be in 2021 June. You can prepare well. After preparing well, definitely within around 150 days you can crack this exam. Okay, how you can do, we'll be explaining some other sources. So somebody of you have asked regarding, yeah, any more doubts? Okay. Yeah. Some of you have asked regarding how the system of Diksha works. Now I will be explaining the last aspect of this webinar. I will be explaining how Diksha works, okay, how Diksha platform works and what are the different courses that are being offered by Diksha. As of now, Diksha offers both live courses and online courses. Live courses and online courses are being offered by Diksha. Live courses means we'll be having a course through the Zoom platform. Okay, in this way, this webinar is being happening. Webinar is using the Zoom webinar in which we can't see each other, but in the live classes we'll be using the Zoom meeting, in which I hope you will be familiar with Zoom meeting. Everybody can see each other. So these are the live platform, and online is we have the pre-recorded classes. In online session we have the pre-recorded classes. Okay, so in all the live classes we will be having the live classes through the Zoom, as well as we will be recording all classes, and the recordings of all classes will be available in Diksha Classroom app. So as of now we have live class in different subjects, but basically in medium of instruction English we have live paper 1. We have live paper 1. We are starting in the first week of January. I will say you the specialities. First week of January we are starting live paper 1 class in the medium of instruction English. As of now we have online classes in paper 1 and psychology. We are starting in other subjects also, like economics, commerce, etc. So online is a recorded version. Live is a live plus recorded. In the live sessions also you have the complete recordings of all classes is available in the live topics also. So this is some courses as of now we are providing. We will be in the classes, in the courses we will be providing the complete, or we'll be covering the complete coverage of the syllabus. There will be classes covering the complete coverage of the syllabus. If anybody of you are interested in joining our paper 1 live course or any other courses in medium of instruction English, you can just all the details is being posted in the chat boxes. You can visit our website www.dikshaclassroom.com for more details regarding our online courses. So the complete classes is being provided in the online platform, which means you can attend the classes, you can revise the classes any number of time as per your convenience. Okay, as per your convenience, you can visit the app, or you can visit the website. You can see the classes, and also video recordings of all classes is available that you can download. As in Netflix or YouTube, you have the option to download the classes also, which means if your house is in a network low area, it will not be an issue, because there is no need of a network 24 hours so as to access the Diksha Classroom classes. Only at the downloading time you need a network. So we have the delivery of classes through the online platform, in which we provide complete video recordings, and we have a special Diksha progress report. We'll be posting it in your WhatsApp group also in an Excel format. We have a mechanism to cover all subtopics of paper 1, whether it's a teaching concept and objective, characteristics. We have such a progress report is that covers all the subtopics of our 10 topics. So if you are interested, you can we'll be freely posting that book also there, that progress report also there. So we are using this particular progress report for our classes to make sure we are completing all the subtopics of our paper 1 syllabus. We have the same concept in our subjects also. Progress report is being also used in different subjects also, to make sure complete subtopics are being covered. You have the option to mark all topics once you read. You have the option to mark all topics when you study the topics. You have the option to revise the topic. You have the option to mark, which means we'll be having a complete follow-up of what are being taught in the class, what are being studied by you, what are being revised by you. So it's very important. Then we'll be having an idea which are the topic we have mixed. We will be having complete video classes, and complete digital materials will be provided, that also can be downloaded and read from our app. And we have an app, Diksha Classroom app, that's available in both Android as well as App Store, in which you can access our classes. Okay, Diksha Classroom app, complete download of. Then we have the most important speciality of Diksha, will be saying that Diksha Learning, that's our exclusive examination app. That's the one which we give special priority. It's the most important quality, or it's the most important speciality of Diksha. Okay, because we have the complete syllabus. I will show you how Diksha Learning works. We have a system of daily question, we have a system of mock test, as well as the previous questions. Because previously, before, Hiba has explained the importance of previous question and doing previous question. So we are making sure our students are doing maximum questions through 3 steps: through daily test, mock test, and previous question papers. So in the daily test, we have a mechanism of a prescribed time, which means you have to attend all daily tests within 24-hour of time. Okay, you have a 24-hour time. Okay, there is a question, can you make it study materials possible to access through a laptop rather than just phone? Yeah, Diksha have such a facility also. Our study materials that you can read through our website also. We have a special priority, such a mechanism, technical mechanism also for our students, because some students will be facing a bit difficult regarding reading only in the mobile. A tablet or a laptop will be more comfortable method. We have such technical system also. Okay, so there is all these daily tests you have to be attended within 24-hour. Okay, you have to be attended within 24-hour. Then we have 20 mock test of 50 question, and we have 60 plus previous questions. We have 60 plus previous questions and complete previous question, including 20 plus. Okay, there is the last exam in the 2020 June exam that was conducted in the September, October, November months, have more than 24 or around 24 shift, which means there is more than 20 question papers. Diksha has a collection of almost all those question papers, paper 1 question papers, and we have prepared the explanation of all those question papers. Also, we have 60 plus previous question papers, including all the latest question papers with detailed explanations. And also, this explanation has been detailedly categorized, which means there is a teaching aptitude question, research aptitude question, mathematical reasoning question, logical reasoning question. All such questions has been briefly or categorized, and which means we have 60 plus previous question or 3000 plus question with explanation that's being available as a part of our course. And we prefer, okay, the reason why. Okay, yeah, similarly, somebody is asking regarding paper 2 also. Similarly, we have a collection of paper 2 also, but not that much as paper 1. Regarding previous question, we have 25 plus in almost all the paper 2, because in the last exam, September 2020, we have 24 shift of paper 1, but in the paper 2 only we have 1 shift. In commerce, English and Hindi, we have 2 shift. In all other shift, we have only single shift. Okay, which means there is also a complete collection of questions from paper 2 also, but not the same number as paper 1, because practicing is more important in paper 1. Okay, so we follow the 10,000 rule, because we believe that if you want to be expert in a field, you should practice that particular thing in 1,000 times or 1,000 hours or 1,000 minutes or whatever it is. That's the reason why we are formulated our course in such a way that you will be doing a minimum of 10,000 questions. I will show you how that system works. Through 20 mock tests, you will be doing 1,000 questions. through 60 plus previous question, you will be doing 3500 question. 200 set of daily questions is there, you will be doing 2000 question. Around 500 questions are being discussed in our live classroom, so you have 70 or 7000 questions. So you will be having 7000 questions as a part of our paper 1 live course. 7000 questions you have. So in paper 2 also we have a 4000 plus question, which means you will be having the chance to do around 11,000 questions if you are a part of our paper 1 and paper 2 courses. So we are making, and all these 10,000 plus questions, okay, all these 10,000 plus questions are provided with complete explanation, okay, are provided with complete explanation. The complete explanation of all these questions are available, including 20 plus shift of 2020 June exam question paper is also available. Okay, so, and this complete questions and explanation is provided through our examination app, that is a Diksha Learning app. We have the examination app, Diksha Learning app. There is a, you can just download the Diksha Learning app and you can attend a free mock test. You will be knowing okay, so you will be having in the test section, you will be having the complete test, which means if you are downloading the Diksha Learning app, it's also available in both Play Store and App Store. The app is available in Play Store and App Store. You can just have a trial. A free mock test is available in the test. Okay, free mock test is available in the test section. The link for downloading the app is also given in the chat box. If you are interested in joining the course, etc., you can also put your number in the chat box. Our team will be contacting you. So the link for joining the course is also given. So under the test, you have a detailed system. We have a mock system, we have an exam. You can attend the exam. Once you attend the exam, you have the option to attend the exam from the laptop also, because I know you will be knowing that the exam happens in a laptop or a computer. So exact interface of NTA NET exam you can see in the our Diksha Learning platform. Okay, the same way the NET exam asks, there will be the table, there will be answered, not answered, answered, and marked for review. All sort of questions. Okay, all sort of questions are being available in that one. So this is a Diksha Learning app, or the online system. And once you attend exam, that's the most important aspect. I told you the most important aspect is having a deep or detailed analytics regarding your mechanism or your number. We have a Diksha deep analytics system, in which once you attend an exam, okay, from analytics you will get a detailed analytics like total students attended the exam, your rank, total mark secure, total time taken, total question, correct question, percentile. Okay, you will also get the percentile. Every Diksha exam you will get the percentile also. What's your percentile? From that you will understand that mark and percentile is different. In this particular exam, this particular student has scored 84 percentage marks and his percentile is 100. Percentile 100 means he has a mark more than the 100 other percentage of the 100% of the students who attended the exam. Then you also have most important aspect. I told you it's very important to know which are your weak areas. Diksha also gives special priority for knowing your weak areas. That's the reason why if you attend any exam of Diksha, you will get a categorized report: teaching aptitude, how many questions, your mark, attended mark, okay, research aptitude, okay, communication, you have other comprehension. Similarly, we have the system in paper 2 also. Okay, similarly we have the system in paper 2 also, which means we provide a detailed analytics system that will definitely help you to know which are your weak areas, which are your strong areas, which are the areas you have to give special priority. That's the reason why we have such a detailed analytics system. And you can just attend a sample free mock test and you will get the you will have an experience of how this Disha learning system work. So, and also analytics, you will get the correct answer, you will get the explanation also. Okay, you will get the explanation of every question also. This 10,000 plus question is available with explanation. Also, we have a special system in our app, or we have a speciality in our app. There is an option to compare your mark with the topper. Okay, you can compare your rank with the topper. You can compare your mark with the topper. You can compare the total time taken by you, total question attempted, correct question. So after attempting every exam, you can compare your mark with the topper, which means you will be having an idea regarding where you stand in your preparation, to what extent your preparation is making you one among the top of. So that's very important. So Diksha also have a special system in which after attending every exam, after attending every mock test, after attending every previous question, you will be having an idea regarding where you stand, or you will be having an idea regarding comparing your system with the topper. Okay, the topper. Okay, so that's it regarding how our app compare have a system to. Then we have attend from the lab. As I told you, you have the option to attend it from the lab. And our paper one live batch, usually the class timing. I will be just explaining the class timing also. Before that, let me look if there is any more questions. Duration of exam for paper one and paper two, is it conducted one day like the forenoon and afternoon? Yeah, it's conducted in one day, a 3 hour at a stretch. Okay, both paper one and paper two available for 3 hour. Yeah. Okay, so I hope you will be knowing that the exam is conducted in the online mode. Okay, online mode, you will be having a 3 hour exam. So Diksha is starting, as I told you already, Diksha is starting our paper one live batch from the January first week. If you are interested, you can join the batch. The classes will be from Wednesday to Saturday, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Okay, Wednesday to Saturday, and at this time you will be having the classes. And in any day, if it's difficult for you to attend the class, complete recordings of the classes will be also available there. Okay, complete recording of the classes is also available in our classroom app, and we'll be having a different personalized attention system. Okay, then a mentor system. You will be having a personalized guidance through different mentors. Okay, we'll be assigning different mentors to you, and those mentors will be mainly net holders and JRF holders. Okay, so they will be giving an idea regarding under any preparation stage. Definitely you will be facing, you will be having a lot of confusion in your preparation stage. At that time, it will be very useful if you can talk your condition to your JRF holder or net holder. So Diksha provides such a mentorship system to all our students. Okay, it's a part of our paper on live course also. So that's it. These are the things I have to say regarding the Diksha, how the Diksha system works, etc. And I will be looking for any, if there is any more question, and if you have any more question regarding how to prepare, etc., we'll be explaining those. Okay, so regarding in detail psychology, we'll be having a different webinar. I'm not going into detail to a particular single subject. Psychology. So yeah, we have morning shift exam also, afternoon shift exam also, but in for two different students. For a single student, there will be, you have to attend either morning or afternoon shift. That will be decided by the hall ticket or the NTA. Okay, 3 hours is duration of the exam. Yeah, paper one. Okay, we have online courses for psychology and paper one also. If you have a difficulty regarding attending a live classes, we are also offering the online courses in which complete pre-recorded videos of all the topic is available. Yeah. Again, also we have a lot of offers. We are also having a lot of offers for our student. We have a net offer in which if you are already a net holder and if you are preferring JRF and if your priority is JRF, we have a 25% off on all our online courses, and all our courses are online, which means you have a 25% off on all our online courses, whether it's a paper one, paper two, online, live course, etc. And also, if you are working as a teacher, we believe that we are here because of the hundreds or tens of teachers that taught us. So we have a 25% off on our teachers also. If you're working as a teacher in either a government or a private institute, and if you can present a document verifying the same, you will get a 25% off. And we have a wonderful offer known as a mother offer, because we believe that being a mother and being a student is a great thing. So if you have a child, or if you are a mother of a baby or less than 2 years old, you have a 50% off. Okay, you just have the half the fee, which means you will be having half the fee of all the courses. Okay, so such offer is also there. So if you can just contact in our number to regarding how to join the course or how to claim your offer, all the details. Okay, all the details regarding how to join course, etc., is also mentioned in the chat box. Okay, mentioned in the chat box. You can check in the chat box. Okay, so yeah, that's it. If you have any more doubts, you can ask me. Okay, regarding your preparation strategy. Yeah, we have some more doubts. As of now, Diksha is not providing classes for yoga. Okay, Diksha, in future, Diksha is planning to start classes for all other subjects, including yoga. As of now, English we are providing for psychology, we are providing for paper one, we are planning to start for commerce, economics, English, etc. As of now, there is no yoga. Yoga students can only use our paper one subject, paper one course. And in the medium of instruction, Malayalam, we have different topics also, history, yoga, social work, etc. And we are starting in medium of English other subjects also in the near future. We are under preparing those courses. Then any more doubts you have, okay, you can just ask. Yeah, time management. Regarding the time management, I think enough time you will get, because for the 3 hour both complete paper 1 and paper 2 is available, which means if you are a bit weak in maths but you know how to do maths, there will not be an issue, provided your paper 2 is not a subject like commerce in which you have to do a lot of mathematics. Okay, mathematical calculation, you will be having enough time, because for the 3 hour both paper 1 and paper 2 is available for both 3 hours. So time management will not be an issue, and especially if you are ready to do maximum number of question papers. As Hiba told, previous question papers is very important, because it will help you a lot, especially in paper 1, to predict the pattern of the questions. And many of the students, many of our friends is telling that data interpretation is a very tough area, but if you do almost all the data interpretation questions from my past 10 years, I promise you, I'm sure that you can easily crack the questions from the complete 5 questions from data interpretation. It's because when we analyze the question papers of 2020 June exam, almost all data interpretation questions are of the repeated pattern. I'm not saying that all the values are of same, but all of them are of repeated pattern. And if you are interested in doing the previous question, we also provide the previous question for free in our Diksha ebook. But in our ebook, we are only providing the question with the answer key. As a part of our online course, we are providing this previous question with explanation. Yeah, we have classes for psychology in English. We have psychology English online course. The details you can get from our website, or you can contact in the number that you can see in the screen, or you can visit the website. And also how to get the details regarding the WhatsApp link of our contact details is also posted in the chat box. You can get it from there also. Okay, how to join Diksha psychology online course is also posted in the chat box. Yeah, daily practice question, we have 200 plus daily practice questions. I have told all the 10,000 plus questions is provided with detailed explanation, so you will be having the explanation of all those questions. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, time strategy regarding that, books regarding that. For paper 1, regarding the books, you don't have any specific book. I am not referring you any specific book. Instead, make sure you are covering all the topics. Okay, you are covering all the topics of teaching aptitude, research aptitude, mathematical reasoning, people development, and environment. You are covering all the 10 topics, all the subtopics, instead of referring a single book. Okay, and that will be better. And trying to do all the possible previous questions, as well as maximum number of mock tests, practice tests, etc., because it's expected that the next exam will be in 2021 June. So you have enough time. You have 150 plus days. Okay, if you are preparing it seriously, definitely that's going to help you a lot. Yeah, Yeah, so that's it. We will be winding up our session. If you are interested in being a part of Diksha, we hope you are interested in being a part of Diksha. We can be a team. Let's be a team. Okay, let's win together. And also let's do all the questions, previous question, all the questions, etc. So if you are interested, you can contact in Diksha, the WhatsApp link, everything is given in your chat box. Also, you can get the details regarding all the courses through the website, as well as you can directly call to our numbers that you can see on the screen. So I hope there is no more doubts. Okay, there is no more doubts. I will be winding up this session. Okay, so that's it. Thank you all.